Hey, I'm Ronnie. Let's look at this house. There is a specific reason why I'm making this video today. We are in the Pinecrest neighborhood located in West Columbia. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've been getting a lot of phone calls lately about this neighborhood and buyers that are interested in looking at houses over here. The street I am on is Lodgepole. If you look in the Pinecrest neighborhood area and you're looking at the Mungo website, you'll see Lodgepole as the street where all the houses are being sold on right now. That's because this is the last street they were building on. I spoke with the construction manager today and he mentioned to me he thinks that Mungo will be out of here by the end of August. So you're really not looking at a really long time frame in terms of how much longer you're going to be living in construction in this neighborhood. If that is the case, obviously things happen. This house right here is the Bartow floor plan. I believe the Bartow floor plan might be the smallest plan or maybe second smallest plan that Mungo builds in here. So this is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath home. It's a little over 1,400 square feet. It's 1,476 square feet. I'm gonna go on inside and show you the ins and outs of the house. But again, I just wanted to give you a good idea of what this street looks like. This is, again, Lodgepole. You go down there, essentially it's the end of the street, end of the neighborhood. This is the front of the street. The beginning of the neighborhood is that way. This is not, Pinecrest is not a big neighborhood. It's very homey. It is very walkable. In my opinion, for the most part, I've been out here a few times. I actually have a client that's purchasing a home here. It's a very, again, quiet neighborhood from the times that I've been out here. I do like the feel of it. The location is great in terms of being located near conveniences. But let's go ahead and take a look inside the house. This is a vinyl sided house. The flooring is LVP. And let's go take a look. Again, this is the Bartow floor plan, so you might be doing your research on different floor plans. I also thought this might be helpful for you to look at in case you're somewhere else, you can't maybe get to a Mungo in person and you want a better video of what a Bartow looks like. So obviously you walk in and you have your kitchen area, and yes, this area right here would be your dining spot. So you have your kitchen, a lot of counter space, and then you have your kind of eat-in dining area right off here. This is going to be your garage. You're going to have your standard coat closet at the entry. There's your internet hookup. Through this video, I'll talk to you as well a little bit of just about new construction in general. I've helped a lot of clients purchase homes that were built by Mungo, so I'm very, very, very familiar with how Mungo operates, their procedures, their warranties, their product, the quality, and the service that they provide to buyers. So I'll give you some ins and outs as we're walking through the house. I am in the living area. This is a good sized space. I'm thinking with this counter here, you'd have some nice bar stools for your kitchen spot. And then over here, of course, is another shot of the living area. Probably TV up on that wall. Nice sliding doors out to the backyard. And then right here is a powder room for guests. So your standard powder room, sink, pedestal sink, and of course your toilet. And then let's go over to this kitchen. So there is natural gas available in Pinecrest. And I know that because I've seen it. I have a client buying a home with a gas stove. This house just happens to have an electric stove. One thing I would mention is if you're ever looking at new construction, you see an electric stove in the kitchen, go ahead and ask the builder if they happen to know if gas was run to the kitchen, because for all you know, there could be a cap behind there where you can connect a gas stove. So it is always worth asking. This is, of course, where your refrigerator would go. You do have a water line for filtration, so you can have an ice maker and water with your refrigerator and your freezer. Mungo does soft close cabinets, so that is a plus as well. You have the big kind of open farmhouse sink, no split sink here. It does come with an oven, stove, microwave, and dishwasher. Let's talk appliances. Builders don't always provide a refrigerator, a washer, and dryer. Depending on the market, and I don't mind openly talking about this, I have seen different things. I have seen builders willing to negotiate and throw a washer, dryer, and refrigerator in with the deal. Sometimes I've had clients buy a new construction house that just happened to have a refrigerator, washer, and dryer in the house already, so the builder included it. It is a very much case-by-case basis, but just something to keep in mind. You have a pantry area right here, some shelving. You could probably get another shelf up there as well. If you watch my videos, you know that I'm pretty big on always putting in more shelving in the pantry area. You have a nice ceiling fan in your living room, and we'll go upstairs, give you another shot of the downstairs layout. All right, and then we have nice wood treads going up the stairs, so you don't have carpet here. It's always nice having wood treads on the stairs because when you have carpet, they really can take, a good beating overall through the years, whereas wood treads can withstand quite a bit. And then once you get upstairs, that LVP continues through the hallway here. So you have wood treads on the stairs, but then upstairs, the LVP from downstairs continues. Right off the top of the stairs, you have your laundry area. Just gonna watch my feet so I don't fall down. Okay. Cabinets, which is nice, so no wire shelving here. You actually have cabinets. No gas, but you do have all the hookups you need for your washer and dryer there, but no gas connection. Right off the top of the stairs is your primary bedroom. This is a good size as well. Good natural light with the 2 windows. And then, of course, this flows into the primary bathroom. You have 2 sinks, a nice large vanity. And then behind here is a much larger, it's not your standard shower tub combo. This is wider. This is more of like a big, large soaking tub, in my opinion. Try to give you a better shot of that. And then in here you have a walk-in closet. This is, again, an area I think you could utilize more shelving, maybe put some things in here for your shoes. You could probably utilize this space a little bit better. But all in all, a good size bathroom. And then, of course, you have a linen closet, which it's kind of hard to tell in this video, but this is a deep linen closet. There is a good amount of storage here. And then, you know what I'm going to say, you can throw a shelf on top of there to get some more shelving. All right, so we'll finish the upstairs. You have an additional 2 bedrooms with a full bath down the hallway here. And that's nice because there's some good separation away from the primary bedroom. Before you get to the bedrooms and the bathroom, you have just what is basically a very straightforward closet for storage in the hallway. And then across from that one, you have a linen closet right there. We'll show you the bedrooms, and then we'll go ahead and check out that bathroom in the hallway. This is a good sized bedroom. This is, your standard child size bedroom is the best way I would put it. Good sized closet. And then go into this corner so you can get a good idea of the bedroom. And then we'll go into the bedroom over here. This kind of mirrors the size of the bedroom I was just in. There's a little bit of a cutoff there with the way the door is, but still a very good size. And I know I said it in the other room, but in terms of just, your standard, I would call it kid-size bedroom. Okay, this door is a little, oh, there we go, I got it. Okay, so same closet as the bedroom next door. Okay, and then we have a full bath right off of these 2 bedrooms, which is a nice size, shower tub combo, really pretty vanity. And then you would just probably run a curtain rod with a shower curtain across. Attic access, I've talked about this in other videos. So in South Carolina, it's pretty uncommon to find a house that has a lot of storage up in the attic. And with these new constructions, they really don't give you a lot of storage up there. So just keep that in mind. You could probably, if I had to guess, get a few bins of holiday decorations. Don't put anything hot up there because it does get hot here in the summer. And don't put anything up there that would melt because it does get hot here. And stuff that you put up there that could melt, like those fake candles or something like that, they most definitely will. So if you're worried about that, I would go ahead and not put anything like that up in the attic. Let's check out the garage. All right, so this is a one-car garage, and a couple things about Mungo and most of the builders around here, they will not finish the garage in terms of they do not finish painting it. Now, if you want to move in and you want to paint it, you absolutely can. But the benefit of them not finishing it, not painting it, is all these white lines here, that's where the studs are. So when you move in, it's very easy to go ahead and hang, you know, storage racks, things like that. This neighborhood, this home, it does come with an irrigation system, both front, backyard, and side yards. You'll see these in new construction houses. This is your water supply to the house. If you ever had a leak or something like that, that's where you would go turn off the water. And then, of course, you know, this is where you're going to find your breaker box, and everything is nicely labeled for you. So let's go to the backyard, just so you can get an idea of what these backyards look like on lodgepole, since if you're researching the neighborhood, and you'll kind of get an idea of how everything's laid out. Okay, I'll point out some things to you while I'm here. So here's your backyard. I'm going to try to just keep my camera a little low because I want to respect the people that are living behind here. So let me go over here and get a shot of the backyard from the back of it. Okay. So obviously these houses are still being built down here. These have all just been recently completed. You're probably looking at the yard wondering what's going on with how it's all kind of raised and then goes back down. The builders will grade these yards so that the water will flow, and if they do it the right way, they'll flow accordingly. So you can see a manhole right there to where the sewer is. So if you look down, they're going to kind of grade these in a way to where the water just travels and goes there. That's why these yards are like that. That's why these yards aren't perfectly flat. Sometimes people ask me about that. You can even see between the houses how it kind of goes like this. They're trying to get the water to either come to the backyard or to the front yard and away from the house. So that's why these yards look like that, and they're not like a perfectly flat yard. If you wanted to add gutters to your house, you can do that. You know, of course, they're going to charge you for that. Maybe you can negotiate it. I don't know. It just all depends on the market and the situation. Other add-ons you can do are blinds as well. This neighborhood, these houses have tankless water heaters. I love tankless water heaters. I think they're just absolutely phenomenal. You could always have hot water. It's like the best thing ever. Good space here between the neighbors. These houses kind of go, you know, veer out a little bit, so it's not like super tight here between them. But yeah, I just again wanted to give you an idea of this. You do have a patio out here off the backyard. It looks like that house might have a little bit of a bump out, but I don't see any. There's one down there with a little bit of a porch, or I should say like a roof over the back patio. So that might be an option with some of these floor plans. And then something that comes up all the time are the termite traps. So yes, we have termites in South Carolina, and that's what this is right here. This little green thing, that's a bait station in the ground. When you buy new construction, the builders will already have a bait station in the ground. They'll usually have it with one of the local termite companies. That's good until it expires the following year. When you buy your home, you're going to get a renewal in the mail. When that year comes up for the termite bond, you absolutely want to renew it, because it's cheaper to renew it than it is to let it lapse and then have to purchase it over again. But that's what those green things are. They're bait stations for termites, and it helps protect your home from termites. So I hope this video was helpful. Again, this is the Bartow floor plan in the Pinecrest neighborhood in West Columbia. And this is built by Mungo, but there's also a builder called Haven Homes in the neighborhood as well. If you're interested in the Pinecrest neighborhood and I did not film the floor plan that you wanted more information on, reach out and let me know. I'm happy to coordinate a time with you where I can come FaceTime a floor plan or do another video and upload it to YouTube of the floor plan you're interested in. Any questions you have about the different floor plans or the Pinecrest development in general, feel free to send me a message. I hope this video was helpful.